This is the history of the Tottenham. This is the history of the Tottenham. You bunch of bottlers. Don't want to stop the bottling. Don't want to stop the bottling. Everything you touch, you destroy. Everything you touch, you wreck. Even when things look good, you always have to wait until the last moment to throw it in the bin. Yeah? Bin settings. This is Tottenham. In the bin. Get in the bin. You want to know why? Let's not even wait. Here it is. And I'll explain why I'm disgusted. I'll explain. Don't worry. There's a reason. Here's David Ornstein. Exclusive. Arsenal make move for Eberechi Eze. Plus, 27-year-old wants them. Tottenham lined up deal with Crystal Palace today. And player, but after Havertz's injury, Arsenal now closing in on England international. If he proceeds with choice, Tottenham will pursue other targets. This then turned into more on Eberechi Eze and Arsenal. Andrea Berta and Mikel Arteta met with Eze to pitch the project in early July, before Spurs came to the table. Arsenal's interest dates back to June, as broken with Alex Crook. Eze sold on Arsenal back then, but no formal bid materialised at the time. Spurs then reached an agreement in principle with Palace this week and have terms in place with Eze. But Eze is waiting for Arsenal. Previous talks on the player side crucial in persuading him, as Arsenal now work to reach a fee with Palace. That literally was about an hour ago. And then we got Eberechi Eze set to join Arsenal for around £60 million, with Arsenal set to wrap up a deal quickly. Eze has already agreed to the move. Spurs had an agreement in principle with Palace and verbal terms agreed with Eze. Palace delayed, wanting Eze to play in the Conference League, and Arsenal made their move this afternoon. To which we got David Ornstein literally minutes ago, telling us Arsenal reach agreement in principle with Crystal Palace to sign Eberechi Eze. Deal worth around expired £68 million release clause, matching what Tottenham were ready to pay. Personal terms close, plus 27-year-old plays for Crystal Palace on Thursday before Arsenal medical. You incompetent fools. Tottenham are a mental institution at this point. And I'm reacting the way I'm reacting because why? And I said this a couple of days ago. Because I was like, yo, this is done. He's going to Tottenham. I was like, okay, well, you know, that makes Tottenham stronger. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, would I rather him go to Arsenal or Tottenham? I'd rather him go to Tottenham. You know, because at least with Tottenham, it's Tottenham. You know, as they get a bit stronger. Yes, we might take them a little bit more seriously, but you still don't put them in contention to go on and win the title, for example. Eze going to Arsenal, though, that changes things. Because Arsenal are significantly stronger with Eze. Like now, we actually have to take Arsenal seriously. Like, seriously. But I find it remarkable. Yeah, that all it took was Havertz to get injured. Havertz got injured. I was here talking about Jackson, like, yo, Arsenal, get on the phone. Yeah, they had other ideas, didn't they? They did pick up the phone. They did get on the phone. Yeah, they did. You best believe they did. But they didn't get on the phone to West London. They got on the phone to South London. And they managed to get a deal done just like that. Just like that. And Tottenham, you've done it again. You lot have actually done it again. Yeah? You don't learn from the past, do you? Tottenham, it's Tottenham. It's Tottenham. This is the history of the Tottenham. This has applied twice in the last week. Yeah, they bottled it against PSG, and we were all like, you know what? They had it won, but this is the history of the Tottenham. And they had this signing on a plate again. I'm about to say why again, but they had this on a plate, and then Nah, it's the history of the Tottenham. You managed to show basically exactly what was needed to get a deal done. You got a deal done in principle. You were debating whether, is he going to play for Palace one more game? But you managed to lay everything out. This is how much Crystal Palace agreed. This is how much is going to be for the player and what he wants. You laid it all out, ready for the hijack. And you weren't looking in your rearview mirror. Or should I say, you weren't looking right next to you, because it was your North London neighbours that came in and done the swooping. It wasn't even us this time. You know, we had William having a medical at your football club, and then we came in and took the player. That's how easy that was. You'd think after all these years you would have learned by now how to not get hijacked. But no, you leave yourself exposed to your biggest rival known to man, Arsenal, on your doorstep. And they come in and go, Palace, yeah, it's us again. We've not spoken since June. Yeah, you know what? We want Eze. Can you just get this done? 5 minutes, please. Yeah, how much did Tottenham? How much did you accept for Tottenham? 66. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just done. We'll pay that. We'll pay that. How much is Eze getting? Yeah, get him on the phone with us. No worries. We'll get that done. Eze, mate, what are you getting from Tottenham? What are they going to offer you? Yeah, look, we'll offer you the same. Do you want to come to us instead? Yeah, done. All right, sweet, nice one. Bye. You lot have been played. You lot do not have the pull. At the end, okay, look, you know what? We were talking about, look, Arsenal don't have a European trophy and all of this, and Tottenham do now, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry, like, you can't match Arsenal in this. You just can't. Arsenal run North London, let's just be honest. They do. It was never Tottenham. It was never Tottenham. But what I will say, Arsenal, don't think you lot are getting off lightly. Don't think you lot are getting off lightly here. You're getting Eze. Now, why I'm concerned is because, let's be real. Let's be real. Arsenal have been somewhat close to winning the title. They just couldn't get over the line. That's the problem with Arsenal. Yeah, it's just not being able to get over the line. But they put themselves in good positions, and then they fumble at the very, very end, right? You could say it's pretty Spursy, but it's not quite Spurs, because Spurs do it in a funny way. Arsenal do it in a way that they actually make you believe, oh my God, they're going to do it. And then, no, not this time. Maybe next season. You know, that's Arsenal. With Arsenal, though, there's always been a debate as what do they need in order to get over the line. They got Gyökeres in. Their defense is looking solid. Now they have Eze in. I'm sorry, but we have to acknowledge this. Eze, Gyökeres, Saka. And for some people that are going to be in the comments, oh, Eze's not a winger though. Like, relax. When he's playing for Crystal Palace, tell me in the lineup who's on the left. It's Eze. Okay, I rest my case. Now, how he's used in the game, of course, he's not going to be an in and out, complete down the touchline winger. No, of course, we know that. He cuts inside almost every single time. Or he's actually playing as an inside forward. I don't care. The lineup has Eze, Gyökeres, and Saka. That's deadly. You have to be real. That is deadly. That is a title-winning frontline. Whether people want to say it or not, that is a title-winning frontline. That's a frontline that can go up against anybody. That's why I'm reacting the way that I'm reacting, because Arsenal just got stronger. We have to be honest. Arsenal just got stronger. And this is why I was laughing earlier. And I'm going, nah, you know what, Arsenal, look, you want Jackson? Yeah, come in for Jackson. Because I'm thinking, no, okay, look, they signed Trossard to a new contract. And now they're getting Eze. You know, we thought that's it. They're not getting anyone else in. It's done. Cool. That left-hand side, still a bit exposed. Now they got Eze. Mad. It's actually mad. It's actually mental. So that strengthens them. Respect to Arsenal. They've got it over the line at the very last moment. They wanted the player. They flipping got him in 5 minutes. Tottenham, you should be ashamed of yourselves, as usual. You've been left with nothing. Stop. Everyone stop. I've got an idea. Tottenham, we hear you need someone. going for you, lads. You know, you need someone. Do you need a winger? Do you need a winger or do you need a forward? You know, which one is it? We got a list. Do you want Sterling? Do you want Jackson? Hey, hang on. Let me show you something real quick. Hang on. So, hang on. The deal worth around expired £68 million release clause, matching what Tottenham were ready to pay. Oh, ready to pay. So that means you have that money. Oh, well, let me introduce you to Nicholas Jackson, lads. Tottenham, do you want Nico Jackson? Tottenham, get on the blower. Get on the... Listen, we don't normally do business, yeah, because you're Tottenham and we're Chelsea. We don't, but we will make an exception for you here. We'll make an exception. Do you want Jackson? Or do you want Sterling? I mean, feel free. You can get 2 in 1 if you want. We'll give you buy one, get one free. No, we won't. You're Tottenham. We'll do that with someone else. We might have done that with Arsenal because they got loyalty points. But you lot, you ain't even got 1 loyalty point because we never do business with you. You can get Jackson. You can get Sterling on a discount if you do get Jackson. So think about it. Interested? Get on the phone. This might have worked out in our favour. Maybe. Or maybe not. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on all of that. Let's move to other matters at hand. At Chelsea, well, we've sold a player. It's happened. Finally, a club knows what they're doing. They're paying money. Here's Villareal. Villareal agreed deal to sign Renato Veiga on a permanent move from Chelsea. Here we go. Agreement with player and also with Chelsea on €29.5 million package, add-ons included, and also heavy sell-on clause. Record transfer for Villareal after exclusive story last week. So this is about £25 million. That means Chelsea have doubled their money. We bought him for like, what, 12? And to be fair, we've also used like, well, a year technically off his contract because he was on loan for half the year. He was with us for half the year. So we've saved off 1 year and we've managed to sell him for double what we initially paid. I mean, that is brilliant profit. But on top of that, this is mad. This is actually nuts. What I'm about to show you now, this is crazy. How Villareal have agreed to this, I don't know, but wow. So Chelsea have secured a 40% sell-on clause for Renato Veiga. That's almost half. So if they were to sell him for, let's say in the future, Villareal sell him for 50 million. That means they have to give us like 20 odd million. That's wild. That is wild. Here's Florian Plettenberg with more. Exclusive details. Renato Veiga will sign a 7-year contract with Villareal until 2032. Chelsea have also secured a 40% sell-on clause. The total package is worth €30 million, including bonuses. Agreement between Villareal and Chelsea is done, with the medical scheduled for Thursday, as per Fabrizio Romano. Well, I would say it's a fantastic deal. 40% is wild. How have we done that? How have we done that? That is an inexplicable sell-on clause. Fair play to Chelsea on that. They've absolutely killed it. So, that's Veiga out the door. We now need to get other players out the door. And there's one player who a club have decided to post about. And it's not even their player. Yet. Let me show you. Here it is. RB Leipzig. Literally today, hashtagging Nkunku and showing an old clip of Nkunku scoring with Leipzig. I told them what they needed to do. Leipzig, if you're actually quoting and showing players that the whole world knows that you're trying to buy and you're doing this intentionally, then just buy him then. No loans, buy. Simple. Pay the money. And you can have him. You can post him as much as you want after that because he'll be back at your gaff. Honestly, what are you lot doing? These German clubs, man, you lot are scaring me. Like, do you lot literally have zero money? Like, you only do loans? Like, is that it? Because RB Leipzig apparently today wanted the loan. And I said yesterday, RB Leipzig, you better not be flipping playing. You better not be messing about, yeah? Dortmund have messed us about. Bayern Munich have messed us about. Now, you dare. We'll see. We'll see. If they're going to pay or if they're not. But you better pay. Not waste our time. That's that. Let me know your thoughts on that one. We go to Bournemouth before we end. Big up Bournemouth. Bournemouth have started club-to-club talks with Chelsea for Axel Disasi. Current talks over a loan plus options, says Sasha Tavolieri. And we've got Ben Jacobs with Bournemouth exploring a move for Chelsea defender Axel Disasi, as Sasha Tavolieri called. Chelsea prefer a permanent exit, but different formulas being discussed. This is one of those players where, I mean, obviously you'd prefer to sell. Not even a debate. We want to sell the player. But if we get a loan, not with an option, hell no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Loan with an obligation, then okay. Again, just like I said earlier, we might pick that up later then. No? Fine. But a loan and just send him out and then they don't want him anymore and then they send him back and then we're stuck. No. Loan with an obligation. At the bare minimum. But preferably we got to sell these players and we got to get the money through the door. So Disasi could be heading out to Bournemouth. He was of interest to Wolves, apparently, but we've not heard anything since about last week on that. So I don't know, Wolves still interested or what's going on? Let us know. But that's latest with Disasi. Hopefully we get a move for him as well. And then it seems like maybe this week could be the week where we start to see things with Jackson, maybe Nkunku as well. Let's wait and see. Let me know your thoughts on that one. And I'm going to end on some good news. Today is Wednesday, right? We play on Friday. Preview for Friday's game is out tomorrow. So make sure you guys are here. And don't worry, the graphics will be back. So make sure you're there. Here's the latest on Tosin. Tosin is back in training, says Chelsea Football Club. That managed to put out the pictures earlier on. Tosin is training fully. So I expect him to be ready for Friday. I thought he would be back in training by Thursday, which is tomorrow. Thankfully, he's a day early, which means that he should be ready to go for Friday. Should be. So let's wait and see. He's definitely going to be my starting 11 tomorrow, you best believe. But also for tomorrow is the launch for Chelsea's brand new third kit. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to show this to you guys right now. We're going to end on this. Yeah, there it is. Chelsea have in fact released a little teaser of what to expect tomorrow, because tomorrow is the launch day. Here it is. Every London street tells a story. Tomorrow, a new chapter begins, and you can see what iconic ball that is. It's iconic, it's iconic, it's iconic. It's the Total 90 logo. Oh boy, this is going to hit. And you know what's mad? I wasn't even like a real, like, proper Total 90 fan. I was always an Adidas boy. So I would always go and wear Predators, for example. I wouldn't wear Total 90s. Or I would, I was always inclined to Adidas. I loved Adidas back in the day. But I always respected Total 90. And Total 90 set the tone. I mean, Total 90 with the Jogger Bonito and all that. Just iconic. Absolutely iconic. This kit is going to bang. It's going to bang. Tomorrow when it's released, we're gonna show it. Black, the old CFC logo. Old Total 90 design. Oh man, bring on the nostalgia tomorrow. It's gonna be flipping amazing. Anyway, that's tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled. We'll be here about it, so make sure you're here. Subscribe, notification bell on. Let me know all of your comments in the comment section below. Much appreciated. I'll catch all of you tomorrow. In a bit, people. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.